To make the island, we delete the square at the cube, we go to mesh, we grab the cone, we rotate the cone using Rx, we increase the cone size by using SZ, we move the cone down using GZ, or once again you can go over here and you can change where it is. So if that's at Z, you can do minus 40. That's too low. Minus 20. Yep, that's good. What am I going to do now? Ah, right. We're going to go into sculpt mode. So go up here. For sculpt mode, you always need to go here and check DIN Topo, or it's not going to sculpt like how you'd like it. The second thing to do is, depending on whether you have different computers don't have this, but under sculpt you want to untick symmetry X. If you have symmetry X ticked, it will do everything symmetrically, but we don't want to do that. So untick it. I'm going to go here and I'm going to create some mountains. Mountains. You'll notice here in the side that it's a very small little hill. To make it bigger, you want to increase the strength and the radius. So here we go. Here's some mountains. Oh, that mountain was a bit too big. You can vary it up. I like to use I like grab. Grab's good. Let's do some pretty cool stuff. So scalp the mountains how you like. It's quite good. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to create the what do I call it? The water. So I'm going to click subtract down here. The water is going to be created by the plane, which we're going to add later. There we go. Okay, so that's pretty much my area. I'm going to go back to object mode. And I'm going to create my plane. This is a really tiny plane, so I'm going to scale it out with the S key like that. Great, I'm going to move it all the way down, just like here. Then I'm going to pull my keyframe up. I'm going to press I, lock or at scale. I'm going to move this along. I'm going to move this up here. I'm going to position it high, like my water to be higher, and then I'm going to rotate it a bit so that water looks a bit better. Yeah, like that. Then I'm going to hit I, lock or at scale. Now you're probably wondering, can I cut around it? Yes, you can, but I'm not going to teach you that. That's for another lesson. So here we go. It's come up and the water's there. Looking pretty cool. The next thing we want to do is create some trees. So to do that, we're going to grab some cylinders, move them up using GZ. I'm going to scale it up using SZ, so it's kind of like a tree trunk. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into edit mode. I'm going to select a face, scale the face down using S. Go out of edit mode, and I might do the sculpting now. I'm going to try and make it look a bit more tree trunky. I'm going to decrease the radius quite a bit, increase the strength. Hopefully that will. So you'll notice that it looks a bit like celery, so I forgot the DIN Topo. Now that's looking more tree-like, like a tree. There we go. Alright, great. So you can probably add more branches in the same fashion, but I'm just going to go back to object mode and create some leaves. Alright, I'm just going to stick that up there. I'm going to pull it up, and we're just going to sculpt it again, select in topo every single time. And we're just going to make it a bit tree-like. La la la. So I mean, of course, the most full-on tree you could create would be a tree that's just like made entirely of leaves. There's actually a add tree thing in this software which you could use, but I'm not going to tell you where it is because then it's kind of cheating, and we're not really going for realistic stuff at the moment. If we ever progress up to realistic level, then I'll let you use those trees, otherwise it just looks out of place. Okay, so it looks a bit like broccoli, so I'm going to go back to object mode. Holding shift down, I'm going to select one object, select the other object, and click Command J. Oh, actually, sorry, no, stuff that. Command Z. I'm going to select my leaves, I'm going to go into the color, and I'm going to turn that into a green color. This is just because once you join the objects together, it's a little bit harder to color things separately, so you really want to go for it straight away. And the material will always be there for later, so you can always edit the colors. It's just important to add the materials before you join them. Alright, so now I'm going to put my tree down somewhere, maybe here. Nope, that's not low down enough. Let's put him inside the island, I think, otherwise he's not going to be very good. Oh, no, I was moving my thing. Alright, here we go. La 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 la. Okay. Press I, keyframe that, move this over, and I'm going to move him up. Oh, where's he popping out? He's popping out there. That doesn't matter. Let's make him pop out here. Oh, and just for fun, I'm going to scale him down to give him a bit of a give him a bit of a rotation. Press I. Then hopefully he should appear like that. Now I'm going to press Shift D. That duplicates him. I'm going to move him across over here. Great. Rotate him around a bit. Alright, now I'm going to lock him in there because you'll notice that the other keyframes that you took from that tree are still there. And that's not really the look that you want. So you can actually delete keyframes by clicking on them and clicking delete keyframes. Like that. So now if we go across and play, he just stays up there. But he doesn't go around here, which is good. So let's bring it back here so that he appears from somewhere. I'm going to bring him down, press I, lock rot scale. Great. So now let's play that again. The water appears and some trees appear. Great. And if we go into this rendered mode over here, we can get a gauge of the colors, and you'll notice the only thing colored in is our trees. Just going to color in the landscape. It's the landscape bright yellow, and let's make the plain bright blue. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to make my light move across the landscape. So I'm going to just use G, X, G, Y. So I'm going to put my light probably like really far away so you can, nope, actually let's just start him here. The light will disappear in the actual animation. I'm going to hit I, lock rot scale, move this across. So about here. And everything's appeared. Now I'm going to move my light across there. And I'm going to hit I, lock rot scale. Now you'll notice as the land and the sea comes up, the light moves across and creates interesting shadows. Now, don't be afraid to manipulate these how you like. So this is now makes it move across a lot shorter. That actually looks pretty cool. I'm going to move it out to about here. Alright, now we're going to create the birds. So in object mode, I'm going to get a UV sphere, pull them up. Where's my sphere? Where is my sphere? Let's just make it bigger by pressing S to scale. Move it across. Giant sphere, we're going to turn that into a bird in sculpt mode. So in sculpt mode, we go up here and we click on Din Topo. I'm going to go into sculpt, hit symmetry X, then I'm going to come down to grab. I'm going to grab the size. If you look around here, oh, hang on. There we go. I've created some little wings. Now they're not really big enough, so I'm going to make it a lot stronger in my grab. Just really pull some wings out of there. Pulling the wings. There we go, got some nice symmetrical wings. Gonna chuck off symmetry X and I'm gonna now make a tail at the back. So my bird's looking pretty good. Gonna pull a little beak at the front there. Very cute, he could be an angry bird. A very angry bird. Probably gonna sculpt just some little indentations for eyes for fun. You're not going to see them because Birdie's going to be very small anyway. Go back to object mode and down here to color. And I color him red, pink, pink. Alright, shrink the birdie down. Rotate him around. I'm going to just bring him up with G. Move him across here. Okay, so I'm going to hit I, Lockrot scale, then I'm going to move it up to about maybe here, and by this time I'd like him to be here. Don't be afraid to rotate them a little because it makes the animation a lot more interesting. Hit I, Lockrot scale, and then move it up to here. Now Birdie's going to really quickly dive into the ocean. Hit I, Lockrot scale, and up here, Birdie's going to go across and up. I, Lockrot scale. Now let's watch our birdie fly. Here we go. The water's come up, the light's moved, and the bird's gone across. Now I feel like the light was moving a bit too fast, so I'm going to move the light out a bit. So, great. I don't feel like the light is tall enough, so I might have to pull him up a little. No, actually, that's alright. Never mind, just ignore me. Okay, let's duplicate the bird. So let's bring him back to the start. Hit Shift D, click, move across, so we've got two birds. Now, at the moment he's flying at exactly the same place as that bird, so we want to delete that keyframe and add a new one so he starts there. So you'll notice now the bird isn't going to follow the other bird, which is good because we don't want them following each other. So I think this bird's going to be faster than that bird, so just going to move him across here. He's going to be a bit faster. Let's watch him go. So now the animation's going like, woo. Okay, that was too fast. So I'm just going to drag that out a bit. And now it will look like this. Very nice. A bit more. Okay, then I'm going to around here when the birdie hits there. I want this bird to hit like here, maybe down a little, hit I, Lockrot scale, then when the bird's over here, this bird's going to finally catch up to him, and they'll be like that. So now let's have a look at how it goes. Birds are going to fly at different rates. Now you'll probably notice that the background isn't like really as light as what you'd like. So what I normally do is I go into world, I go to the color of the world, and I just sort of adjust it to how I like it. So now when it's going across, it's going to look a lot brighter. Like that. Okay, not great, but this is just to show you how to do it. Let me know if you have any more questions, and yeah.